Hi, I'm Longhorn. When you go to a concert or watch a concert at home on YouTube or on your TV, you may think it's all live, but you could be fooled. Let's look at all the ways you can cheat playing live. We all know that in hip-hop, techno and some pop productions, almost all instruments are created on a computer. We don't expect to see musicians playing all the parts live. And even if they use autotune live on their vocals, we don't mind. But if the band uses real instruments, we expect them to sing in tune and play all instruments live. But as I said, you could be fooled. Nowadays, it's common for many bands to use backing tracks when they play live. Typically, it's used to add extra instruments that would require more musicians to play live. That could be percussions, keyboard, extra guitars, and even backing vocals. Often, the drummer has a laptop by his side running an audio app like Cubase, Logic, etc. with pre-recorded instruments that they can't play live themselves. Then the drummer uses in-ear with a click track so he can play along with the pre-recorded instruments. You can actually have all the tracks from the studio production on the laptop and choose which tracks you want to play along on each song. Maybe the bass player gets sick on the night of the event and you need a stand-in who doesn't know the songs that well. Then you can let the pre-recorded bass play along and just let him look like he's playing the bass. Even the lead singer could choose to mime to his or her pre-recorded vocal if the singer has a sore throat. Big artists like Dimash use this trick when they perform live on television and can't afford mistakes. More on Dimash later. All this is very common nowadays, and you really need to look and listen closely to notice. The disadvantage though is you can't suddenly make any changes in the song, like a longer breakdown or an extra chorus. Of course, not all bands use these tricks, but when they release a live album or live video, there's a good chance that they cover up the mistakes before release. When bands and artists record their music live, they record all instruments and vocal on each track so they can fine-tune the mix later in a studio. Here, mistakes are often corrected on a computer, and sometimes musicians or the singer re-record tracks if the live track isn't good enough, or use autotune on vocals that are slightly out of tune. Even I can be fooled, but I often notice when the lead vocal isn't live. If you know the original studio version very well, you would expect some changes throughout the song. And as a live sound engineer, I can also hear that the sound of the vocal isn't what I would expect from the microphone they use live. Dimash is a good example. You may not know who he is, but you should check him out if you're into top-of-the-line singers. He's from Kazakhstan and he is one of the best in the world. When he performs on live television, it's very important that his vocal is perfect. So, to all you dears out there, I'm sorry to say, not all Dimash's live performances are actually live. Now, if you're a singer who needs to do a playback performance and it has to look like it's live, I would suggest you re-record your vocal in a studio, but this time use a mic similar to the one you use live. If it's a handheld mic live, use a handheld mic in the studio. And maybe sing the song a bit differently, with some extra or alternative ad-libs. That way, you may even fool me. That's all for today. If you're a Dimash fan, please roast me in the comment section. But also hit the subscribe button on your way out. See you soon. Bye.